my gosh. Can't wait to show you a close-up of that. Today's 24-hour stealth camping mega adventure takes us all the way up to the city of Barrie, where there is a plaza with not one restaurant, but 6.
But why stop there, Ken? Why didn't you keep looking for a plaza that had 7 or even 8 restaurants? Only 6.
And that's just perfect because it's gonna take all 24 hours to eat at each one of these fantastic restaurants. We'll be eating lunch, snacks, dinner, breakfast, and more. This will also be my very first time winter camping in sub-zero temperatures, so I purchased a brand new -9°C winter sleeping bag to help me survive this frigid Canadian winter.
Pity you lied about the temperature, though, during your live stream. The title of your live stream video was -15°C, but you kept saying that it was only -5. And when looking at the weather reports for Barrie, Ontario, it was basically -1, -2. So I guess with the wind chill, it hit around -5. But still, typical Ken, making a mistake, not correcting it.
If you're not already subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button, clicking the like button, and turning on the notification bell. And thank you for watching KBD Productions TV. If this food adventure sounds like an exciting video that you want to watch, then grab something to eat, sit back, and enjoy the video.
On one hand, it's actually good that Ken finally stopped using those clips of animals. But the fact that he continues to use stock footage of people eating food and sitting around on couches, acting all excited, trying to portray it as if they're getting ready to watch a Ken Domik video, just makes no sense. It's like pointless filler.
All right, here's our next 24-hour stealth camping location. And we got a bunch of restaurants to choose from. We even got a Barrie Burger. I didn't know we had a Barrie Burger here. Nice. All right, guys, we are at our location and we're going to be living in this plaza for the next 24 hours. It is roughly 1:15, Tuesday, December 22nd. So close to Christmas. There it is. So I decided I didn't want to start my 24-hour thing off at breakfast time. There is a breakfast place there that serves breakfast for like 12 hours every day. All day breakfast starting at 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. And then there's other restaurants here that are open till around 11 o'clock. And we're getting really close to a lot of these restaurants, because of what's going on in the world. They have minimum amount of people allowed in there to eat. I don't want to bother them with me eating inside their restaurant. So I'm going to be doing curbside, or I'm just going to go order it, wait outside, then pick up the order, and then bring it back here and eat it with you guys.
Oh, since when does Ken Domik not want to be a bother to an establishment? I mean, you go in there and you covertly film, even though technically you shouldn't be doing so without permission of the establishment, because you forget you are taking away everybody else's right to privacy. Then you go on to say you don't want to be a bother because eating inside. Yet the funny thing is, throughout this pandemic, that's all you've complained about, is that you can't eat inside. Your Red Lobster video not too long ago, you were telling people to get out and go to restaurants to eat because they're not going to be able to eat inside for a month due to the lockdown. So, I mean, I just don't get you. I really do not get you.
We will be sleeping in the car tonight. This is 222 Maple View Drive West. I'm not sure if the name of this plaza is called Tradewinds, or that's the name of the company that owns this facility.
It is the company that owns the property, Ken. The fact that you don't know that doesn't surprise me. It's kind of like how smart centers that builds the majority of the plazas that surround a Walmart, is the company that owns the property.
But I like calling it Jack's Pancake Factory Plaza, so that's what we're doing. So I think we're going to start off with something to do for lunch. And again, we have lots to choose from. We got subs, we got burgers, we've got, I'm not sure if that's a bubble tea place, we've got Little Caesars, and then they've got a Jerk Irie place. And I think we're going to start this off with some Jamaican food. What do you guys think? Let's go.
Typical Ken fashion, he goes straight to picking out a song that to him sounds Jamaican-like, reggae, that type of thing. Because that's what Ken does. He thinks, I'm talking about Mexican restaurants, so I better play some Mexican-sounding music. I'm talking about an Asian restaurant, so I better play something that sounds Asian. Like, Ken is literally borderline racist with that.
How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
All right. Is it rotis or is it all like dinners?
Of course it's all done.
Okay. I think I'll do like a medium goat, please. Thank you.
So now I guess Ken's going to start using his iPhone to film covertly inside restaurants. So instead of getting a BJ angle shot, we're now going to be greeted to an angle of essentially him showing off his feet, gut, and junk. I'm honestly not sure which is worse.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the car. Let's remove the mask, keep the hat on. I'm going to try and keep as much heat in this car as possible. I got my mango nectar. You got to have the mango nectar with your Jamaican food. Let me know in the comments below, when you get Jamaican food, what beverage of choice besides Red Stripe beer, of course.
So how exactly does Ken not clearly have an alcoholism problem if every single time he talks about what do you like to drink with a particular food item, he constantly brings up alcohol of some sort?
But when you're sitting in a car, you can't drink Red Stripe beer. Let's get out the trusty steering wheel tray and start eating, shall we? Well, in my haste to get everything I thought I needed for today, a couple things I forgot was to bring like a regular knife and fork set and my placemat and like a cloth napkin. Completely gapped on that stuff. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to freeze tonight, so I brought all the things I needed to stop me from freezing. But I forgot some of the other things I needed. I need a list. That's what I need. I went with the hot beef patty. I'm hoping that the goat is hot. He also said, since you want hot, I got some hot sauce for you. And when they give you that minute amount, it's going to be hot. Oh boy. Oh, that smells killer. Killer sauce. Irie jerk. Oh man, I don't know if I want to pour that all over my food. Just in case it's killer. This is definitely going to hit the spot and get me all the way to dinner with no problems whatsoever.
Except there isn't a chance in hell that Ken's not gonna go get, as he calls it, snackies. Because Ken has to have snackies during these videos because there's 6 restaurants, so he has to go to all 6 of them. So snackies are a must.
Then we've got our mango drink, nectar. Then we've got our patty over here, and I went with beef spicy. I don't know why anybody would go mild, but you gotta have, if you're going to get Jamaican patties, you gotta go spicy.
Gee, Ken, do you think someone might go mild over a spicy because maybe they have a stomach or gastrointestinal issue, unless foods that are too spicy would pose a health problem. Or maybe the fact that people just don't like that level of spice. It's baffling why you constantly, in your videos, make it sound as if someone should be getting food the way that you prefer it, as opposed to how they prefer it. Like, remember when you used to not eat pickles and how you used to take them off burgers and stuff? Well, if they come with pickles on a cheeseburger, then you should be fucking eating a cheeseburger with the pickles all those years back, dumbass. Same concept.
And over here we got our plastic lid. Let's just take that off. And here is our goat. Doesn't that look juicy? Look at all those spices making the potatoes yellow. All that curry on there. We've got the rice and beans. Tons of spices on there too. I'm going to probably try a few samples. And then we'll put the hot sauce on. Don't want to go hot too quick. I'll once again be using my cold forged knife and fork set. Like I said, I should have brought like a regular knife and fork for things like this. This is going to be hard to eat rice with that, but we're going to do our best. Again, first up, I want to do this Jamaican patty spicy. Are you guys ready? Let's do it. Look at the shape of that. I've never seen that shaped patty before. It makes it unique to the company that they buy these from. The pastry is flaky, kind of toasty, crispy on the outside, and that Jamaican beef inside, spicy Jamaican beef, is definitely spicy. Check out how flaky that pastry is right there. That is beautiful. And then inside, you've got that beef paste with all the spices on it, which is making it somewhat hot. I've had hotter, so let's add some of that sauce. This could be dangerous, people. This could be dangerous. Let's just put a little tiny bit right there on the side. Oh. It's got a bite to it. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna bite this off first. It's definitely starting to hurt. Really nice spice, man. Okay, we're going in for some textured chunks. Oh my goodness.
You know what I've just realized? When Ken says something like textured chunks, he's actually being somewhat creative, but then you realize that it's in the worst way possible because he's making it sound like food you don't want to eat. Like, what company in their right mind would advertise something by describing it as textured chunks? Or, another one of Ken's favorite things is goo.
Oh, whatever peppers they're using, holy cow. Ooh. Oh my goodness. That is definitely crazy hot. That is crazy hot. I'm so glad he gave that to me. Thanks for offering.
I'm sure Ken was acting it up for the camera there. I mean, we're always going to remember his second Spicy Big Mary sandwich review, where he went crazy overboard with the overacting.
Always gotta shake your mango. Make sure you get all the sediment off the bottom. Get all that flavor up. It's stuck on the bottom. Merry Christmas, everyone. Cheers. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa.
Ken isn't fooling anybody. We all know that he is saying Happy Hanukkah and Happy Kwanzaa because he said Merry Christmas. So he has to play up everything so he doesn't come off as being, white. But I bet you he doesn't know what Kwanzaa is. And he may have some idea about what Hanukkah is, but I would guess that the majority of it he does not fully grasp. So Ken, in the comments down below, what's Kwanzaa and what's Hanukkah?
Whatever you celebrate this time of year, KBDProductionsTV, Ken Domik wishes you all the best.
What Ken Domik really means with that statement is he doesn't give a flying fuck who you are, what you celebrate. He just wants you to think that so that maybe you'll give him money to become a Patreon or a paying member of his channel. That's all Ken cares about. If you look, he has said before that he only really pays attention to the people that give him their money.
Oh, that's good. Oh, it's nice and thick. Not too sweet.
So, does it remind you of Paul, Ken? Is it the same consistency?
All right, so we're going in for a piece of goat. There we go. Chunk of goat. Every time I say goat, when I'm eating at a Jamaican place, I have to say goat. Let's do it.
No, Ken. Every time you're at a Jamaican restaurant, you don't have to put on some sort of fake Jamaican accent. You just think in your feeble little mind that it's hilarious when you do. But in reality, that's stereotypically racist. There's a reason why people don't do that anymore, because it's not politically correct. Would you appreciate it if people started making fun of you for things you do? Oh, that's right, you don't. Because when people point out your problems, your faults, you get all cranky and whiny and throw a little man-child temper tantrum.
Tender, juicy chunks. Oh my gosh, that is good.
Tender, juicy chunks. That is Ken Domik, apparently foodie. Apparently he's also an aspiring chef. But that's the best that Ken Domik can come up with to describe a piece of goat, is tender, juicy chunks. That's basically the same as his description for most fried potato items, when he refers to it as golden brown or cooked to perfection.
Oh my. Hey Paul, I found a place for you to try, man. Because that goat is wonderful. And the flavor is right away. It's just curry. Lots and lots of curry. Little chunks of fat in there too. Adding all that flavor to it. I am going to go crazy here and add this whole thing. As you can see. Dude, don't, oh no, it all fell in my food.
Toddlers don't play around with their food or put on such a ridiculous show when they're eating the way that Ken Domik does. That's why I've said that he's very infantile, very juvenile. If you've watched his channel for years, you've seen that he thinks poop jokes and fart jokes and toilet humor is the best thing ever. And that's why his ooh la la bit is always usually ill-placed. half the time. But it's always some sort of sexual innuendo with Ken.
There it is, the big clump of hot sauce. I'm going to try and stir it in. Every once in a while we'll get a clump of hot sauce, and then we won't get some hot sauce. Yeah. You could probably go more, because it's nice spread out. Okay, let's try a piece right here. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Come on. Nice chunk of goat. That is so good. They give you lots of rice. Whoa! Man, that piece had a lot of the hot sauce on it. Uh-oh. Oh, look at the size of that chunk. Check out the size of that meat. Ooh la la.
See what I mean about Ken and his ooh la las always being some ridiculous sexual innuendo? Like, he thinks that is brilliant. Like, that's the most cleverest humor imaginable. But it's not. It's juvenile, it's pointless, and he really should stop doing it, but he's not, because then he doesn't have one more reason to try and put some lame-ass slogan that he thinks is great on a t-shirt and charge 30, 40, 50 bucks.
Uh-oh. Careful, guys, there's bones. Nose is starting to run, not because it's winter time and it's cold out, but because this hot sauce is killer. Oh, another big chunk. Look at that. Oh, jiggly. The rice is kind of mild. The rice and beans, I guess I should say. He did offer more veggies on the side. I just wanted rice and beans.
Figures Ken would say no thanks to the vegetables, because what he has is nothing but a plate of carbohydrates and protein. That's not really the most ideal combination of foods, because, again, it's the majority of that dish is carbohydrates. But we all know that Ken has no understanding of how the body works and how calories in and calories out work.
I think the price is right for the amount of food you're getting. It's a lot of food, people. I don't believe I've ever had this much goat in a curry dish. But again, caution, there's bones in it. I'm going to finish the rest of this off, and then I'll take in the back and show you all the stuff I have to survive the evening. And we'll show you that before it gets too dark here. And then we'll go have dinner somewhere. I'm not sure where. All right, it's almost 4:30. It's starting to get dark. I figured go over to Mr. Sub. I haven't been to a Mr. Sub in a long time. And do dinner at Mr. Sub. And maybe we'll do Berry Burger or Little Caesars for a snack later on. And of course, tomorrow morning we're doing Jack's Pancake Factory. I'm not sure what we're gonna do there, but it's gonna be good. Hey, you guys ready? Let's go to Mr. Sub. Dinner time. Hello. How you doing? I definitely want to check out a small peppercorn prime rib, please. Looks too good to pass up, let me tell you. All right, guys, back in the car. Get off the mask. This time I went with one of my favorite chips. I'm hoping the lighting's okay, guys. I apologize. One of my favorite chips. This is called Miss Vicky's. Going in for the extreme close-up once again. We've got our Miss Vicky's jalapeno chips. We've got our chocolate milk, which is one of my favorite drinks to have when having a sub, for some reason, especially at Mr. Sub. And we've got our squashed peppercorn prime rib sub half. And of course, you put it in the panini press, so it squashed it all down. Knowing that, and I wanted to make it look better for you guys, I should have asked him to not put it in the press. But look at all that yummy aioli. Oh my gosh. As soon as he said peppercorn garlic aioli, I'm like, I'm in.
How could you be in if you already ordered the sandwich before he even said what was on it? What you just said makes no sense, Ken. But then again, that's typical of your channel.
Let's do this. Shake up our milk. Try to eat this as quickly as possible before we lose our light. I'm thinking a couple of these signs will help illuminate the front of my car. I don't necessarily want to have lighting in my car. It is supposed to be a stealth camping endeavor. I don't want that to fall. Please don't fall. And see, it's all squashed. Oh well, it's going to taste great no matter how squishy they make it. Let's take a bite. The savoriness.
Of course Ken would say savory, because he only knows a handful of words, and savory is one of the go-to words that Ken loves to overuse. Ken has no right to consider himself a foodie. He should not be doing this for a living. He is a joke to this YouTube community. It's just sad that he won't admit that. Like, I don't get why he continues to think that he's some amazing food reviewer.
Of the garlic aioli and the pepper. When I first saw the sign, to when it hit my taste buds, I knew I was going to taste something that good. That was awesome. And the meat's nice and tender. There's little onions. You give it a nice little crispy crunch. So if I can remember correctly, so this is the 22nd. On the 24th or 25th, possibly the 26th, I think maybe the 26th, everything across Ontario that I know of is going on lockdown. Everything is locked down. So you cannot go into a restaurant and purchase anything. You can't sit and eat. You can only do takeout only, curbside pickup, and which is really sad. So I went into Jack's Pancake Factory, and the of course, all the owners are working. They don't have any employees working. They have to do all the work themselves, and they're probably there all the time anyway. But almost every restaurant that I've been into, it's always the owners that are standing right at the front door, taking orders and doing stuff, because that's the only way these places are surviving, is the owners are working 24/7, and they're working their bones off to try and keep their business in check. So if you guys can afford it, try to do curbside pickup, try to do delivery as much as you can. These restaurants need to survive, guys.
Ken, do you think that if people like yourself, way back in March 2020, stayed home like the government was asking us to do, and not going out for these non-essential excursions, that maybe we wouldn't be going into a province-wide lockdown because of out-of-control cases? See, things are even worse in this wave than the initial wave. And that's thanks to the fact that people didn't want to listen, went ahead with, parties or just going about life as if it was normal. And that's why we're seeing the need for yet another lockdown. And now you're saying if you could afford to, that, do takeout, do pickup, do this, do that. Ken, do you not realize that a lot of people, because of the first lockdown, lost their job and don't have an income? Okay, there's people that don't make thousands and thousands of dollars a month on YouTube by just going on, making a video once or twice a week of them scarfing down copious amounts of fast food, putting it online and saying, okay, work's done for the week. Now let me wait to collect that sweet, sweet YouTube money. No, most people had to click serve. And then there's other people that don't even get that because they don't qualify for whatever reason. Like, Ken, you don't think. Because you don't have to worry about this sort of nonsense, you think that whatever you say is like some sort of gospel? Like, no. Half the shit that comes out of your mouth is the most asinine things that a human being could say.
So they're open tomorrow. They can only have 10 people in their restaurant at a time, and they're booked up till 11:30 tomorrow morning. So we'll see what we can do. She said if there's a cancellation, she'll try and get me in. But I went in there, and I feel so sorry for all the restaurant owners, especially my friend Paul and his family.
Why should you feel sorry, considering you gave him, what was it, $550 that was supposed to go for some sort of lunches for frontline workers? But to this point, we've heard absolutely nothing on that front.
So, again, I'm trying to encourage you guys not to leave the safety of your house, but to have food delivered. Try, if you can afford it, try to order as much as you can, as many days as you can without, gaining too much weight, and watching the pocketbook as well. But these restaurants need to survive, guys, and it takes people like you and me to keep them alive.
Ken, you don't understand the first thing about this entire situation. If people like you stayed home months and months and months ago, like we were asked, we wouldn't see this major rise in cases like we have. We could have eradicated the situation the first time around when we went into a lockdown. But people like you think that they can do whatever they want and that you're not going to get sick. It doesn't matter whether you get sick or not. It's the fact that your actions impact everybody else. Stay the fuck home was the point, and you didn't get that. So telling people that these restaurants need to survive by telling people to order out and this and that still requires somebody to deliver the food. That still puts somebody else at risk. People would be smart to just go to the grocery store, pick up enough food to last them for a couple of weeks, and stay home, not go out for non-essential purposes. Ken, I don't see you doing that at all.
Last bite of that phenomenal sub.
Phenomenally phenomenal, people. I'm Ken Domik, and I don't know any more phenomenal words.
I highly recommend that, guys, next time you're out and about.
Oh yes, typical Ken Domik fashion, where he talks about one thing moments before to make it seem like he's so caring and gives such a shit about the way of the world. But then what does he do moments later? If you're out and about, give that a shot. Ken, you just told people to stay home because that's what we're supposed to do. We all know that you're not going to do that during this time. So, again, get your fucking story straight, man.
Do it.
Piggy all done. Piggy all done. Piggy all done. Piggy all done.
Just in case we forget to do it later on. Like videotape it. I might just crack it open and I might forget to videotape it. So, again, Miss Vicky's, if you guys love spicy chips, these are phenomenal chips.
Phenomenally phenomenal, people. I'm Ken Domik, and I only know one word that starts with P, and it's Phenomenal. Paul doesn't count.
Kettle cooked, very crunchy. Listen to this. Crunchy, spicy, lots of salt. Great when you're watching a movie, drinking beer.
Crunchy, spicy, lots of salt. Great when you're drinking beer. That's what Ken does every single video when he talks about food. It's always, does it go well with beer or alcohol? And what word can he add a Y to the end of to make it sound like he knows what he's talking about? Tangy, savory, crunchy. Like, that's Ken in a nutshell. Ken doesn't fucking know how to talk about food.
Listen to that crunch, man. I love it when it folds like that. It makes it even crunchier. Are you ready? If you have earphones on, take them off. Again, when I walked in the door, I saw that donut. I'm like, it looks so good. I had to have it. Let's take a bite.
Further proof that Ken has absolutely no willpower. Couldn't go into a place and not get something to eat. He said that he was still full from everything he had eaten the previous 4 hours, maybe 5 hours that he's been sitting in his car. But nope. Ken just has to have that snacky because he's a fatty.
Oh, there's a fruit filling. Usually you don't get too many filled donuts in like a circle, regular round donut. There's nowhere to put it, but they figured that out. I gotta do another bite. Yeah, somehow they put filling inside a round donut. They heat seal this plastic on the top, and again it says right on there, blueberry fruit tea, regular tapioca 1, and then they've got forever besties. So again, if you're ever in Barrie, Ontario, and you're driving along Mapleview, check out if you're looking for a tea. Let's do it. Ready? I don't know if it's gonna spill. Yeah, a little bit comes up the top. Come on, go back down the hole. Cheers, guys. And of course, the first sip, I got a whole bunch of those tapioca balls in my mouth. Ooh la la.
Anyone that thought Ken would not make some sort of ball reference joke with his ooh la la would have been sorely mistaken. The second he went into that bubble tea place, I knew it was going to happen. But yes, Ken, absolutely. We all have thought or assumed for so long that you do enjoy balls in or around your mouth. So thanks for clearing that up for us.
And that sip too. It's like I'm eating and drinking gummies. Because they have that, and it looks like I'll hit up every single restaurant here. I'm so glad I got squeezed this in. We'll be doing Little Caesars a little bit later on, but I really wanted to eat at every single one of these restaurants. Give them all a big shout out, and hope you guys order from them as soon as possible.
What Ken really means by that statement is that he wanted to eat at all the restaurants so that he could say in his video that he ate at all the restaurants. Thus, it would be a clickbait maneuver for him. So he would likely get more views on his stealth camping video. That's the only reason why he's doing one of these videos in wintertime, is because they garner his channel the most views. So Ken, being the greedy Grinch that he is, left the Elf Shack, or Elf Village, or wherever the fuck he lives, went up to Barrie, found a place that had half dozen restaurants, and said, Yay! I'm gonna make so much money off this video because my channel members and people that have subscribed and actually view my content are so stupid that they'll just watch whatever crap I put out.
You know, if you live in the area, if you are a bubble tea expert and you love your bubble teas, please let me know what your favorite bubble tea is, what things to order, because there's so many toppings. But if you guys can help me out, let me know what some of the best toppings in a bubble tea is. I'm thinking it's the tapioca is like the #1 thing that people would order. That's the only reason I would want to go to a bubble tea place. Plus the flavor of this drink is phenomenal.
Phenomenally phenomenal, people! For anybody that's keeping track, that is now the 3rd time that he has said that word. Because Ken Domik cannot learn any new words because he's too stupid. Phenomenally stupid.
But again, let me know what your favorite flavors are and what you put in your bubble tea. Oh, I'm going to try and get in the back without getting my car too dirty. It's 6:45 and I'm going to hit Little Caesars up at probably around 9. I will do their crate. Back in the 90s in a video store, the early 90s, check out those golden sticks of goodness, all covered with Parmesan cheese and sodium. And I love the size of this dipping sauce tub. Lots of room for dipping. You can get like 2 or 3 people, although you can't open it. You can get 2 or 3 people dipping at the same time. Not that you want to do that nowadays, but back in the 90s, you could get away with that.
Guess that means Ken was one of those notorious double, triple, quadruple dippers back in the 90s. 'Cause hey, he could get away with that.
Alright, here we go, people. Look at that. Sorry about the lighting, but it is coated in butter and Parmesan.
Coated in margarine and fake cheese product, Ken. You really think that for $4, Little Caesars is going to be using real Parmesan Reggiano cheese? They don't even use real butter. They use margarine, which is not the same. But Ken will say, it's close enough. Close enough is not the same, Ken. But we all know that you love garbage food, so this is no surprise.
And you just dip that in there like this.
I just had to demonstrate how Ken eats food. That tongue that comes slithering out of his mouth as he gets ready to touch it to his tongue and lead it up into his gullet. It's the most weird way I've ever seen anybody eat. Like, Ken is the only person I've ever seen eat that way. I've already likened it to Ken eats like a tortoise.
When I worked for the school board, I was driving through Bradford. It was pizza night. I'd pick up pizzas for the whole family, but I'd also get a crazy bread or 2 and eat half the crazy bread before I got home.
Well, there's Ken further proving my point that he has absolutely no willpower. Couldn't wait the 10 minutes or so to get home with pizza, so he had to eat a bunch of crazy bread in the car. No wonder he got to be as big as he did, and why he's losing the same 32 pounds for almost a year now.
Because the smell of the peaches in the car will drive you crazy. This is going to be a great snack before Betty buys.
Ken having his little snacky, wacky with his drinky poo in his bottle before going Betty buys, because Ken's such a infantile. I mean, the only thing that we'd be missing is somebody changing his diaper and powdering his white ass.
Oh, let's check out this one. Oh, look how long that is. Ooh la la.
Right on cue, Ken was quick to insert his fucking ooh la la moment because it was long and stiff. Fucking grow up, Ken Domik. You're 54 years old. Grow up.
Again, it's just a pizza dough rolled nice and thick, and then they cut it into strips, throw it in the oven, and it comes out with like that beautiful stick of wonder. Oh yeah. All right, I'll have one more with you guys, and I'll eat the rest by myself, and then we'll hit the hay. And that Parmesan is to die for.
So sad, Ken Domik, that you think that fake Parmesan cheese is to die for. It's to die for. It's phenomenal. That Parmesan that isn't even real Parmesan is so amazing. It just shakes me to my core. Oh my God, everybody. Oh my God. I've never tasted anything so amazing in my whole life. Fuck off with that noise, Ken.
Well, all my eating is over for the day.
Piggy all done. Piggy all done. Piggy all done. Piggy all done.
So let's go in the back, hit the hay, get all comfy, and see if we can survive the night, which I think we will. It's just that the air in the car is cold, and anything outside of blankets will freeze, like my nose, and hopefully my fingers won't freeze. I'm going to try and keep them all nice and snuggly. Let's go. What's the temperature in here? So it is 0 in the car. Hey Siri, what's the temperature with the wind chill?
The wind chill is currently -5 degrees.
So that's how cold it is. It's -5.
No, Ken. It is -1. It is only -5 if you are outside in the fucking wind chill, numbnuts. You are not in the wind chill. You are protected because you are inside a vehicle. So it is -1. Again, during your live stream that you did after you shot this video on that particular day, you put down that it was -15, but you didn't correct that mistake. Throughout your entire stream, the title of your video was -15 degrees, but you kept saying that it was -5 degrees. But really, it was only -1 degree. So, you're just full of shit, as usual. Trying to make it look worse than it was. Congratulations, Ken.
I did get up earlier, and I'm like, no, I'm going to sleep in until at least 8:30. Get as much sleep as I can, because it was a bit of a rough night, just for the constant waking up. But I was super warm in this thing. I was very, very happy. All right, guys, I'm going to get up, put on some fresh socks once again. I'll put on my socks I had on yesterday. All right, we got our sunny side eggs. I'm going to eat them up first. And then we've got our apple strudel French toast, highly recommended by the owner. Oh my gosh. Can't wait to show you a close-up of that. Woo! That looks amazing. Why would you put syrup on there? I'm going to, but why would you?
Of course Ken would dump cheap table syrup all over something that doesn't really need it. It's already full of sugar. But that's because Ken has a garbage palate. His palate only enjoys crap. So he has to make it crappy in order for his palate to truly enjoy it. That's why he's going to dump a ton of not maple syrup, table syrup onto his apple strudel French toast.
She gave me 3 syrups, nice little stack of syrups, 4 butters. I'm not sure if you want to put butter on that, and a nice big thing of whipped cream. So let's lay it all out. Get a close up. All right, here we go. Definitely a great start to anyone's morning. We got our coffee. We got our condiments. We've got this beautiful French toast with that cinnamon apple goo on the top.
Gotta love that Ken refers to anything on top of something as goo now. Goo. It's got this goo on top of it. This cinnamon apple goo. This cheesy goo. Goo, 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 goo. Because Ken is goo goo for the goo. Like, Ken, you couldn't come up with something like, I don't know, maybe jelly? Or maybe, I don't know, applesauce? Like, you could have called it anything other than goo. But no, your feeble little mind can only come up with goo.
Oh my goodness, I can't. I guess that's just like probably like icing on top. And I'm like, she's like, do you like sweet stuff? I'm like, maybe not for the morning. And this is what she just prescribed for me. I'm gonna eat it anyway because it looks fantastic. And we got a couple eggs. I'm gonna take a big swale of this coffee.
I'm sorry, I think I may have misheard you. Did you just say that you're going to take a big swale of this coffee? What the hell is a swale? I've heard of a swig or a sip or, anything along those lines, but I've never heard of a swale. Ken seems to make up words as he goes along because his brain can't function and think of the actual words that he wants to use.
To wake me up. Oh, that's hitting the spot. It's warming up my soul.
How can it warm something that you don't possess, though, Ken? If you had a soul, then you would actually think about other people besides yourself. But you don't. So that leads us to suspect that you lack a soul.
A nice big coffee. I'm glad I went large, man. That's going to do me fine. Just fine. I'm not going to put that on just yet. I want to eat my eggs as soon as possible. Don't want my eggs to get cold. Perfect sunny side eggs. I should have got like one piece of regular toast just to mop this up. I think I'm going to eat around the yolk on the next one. As I was cutting the white off that egg and leaving the yolk, I remember as a child, I used to hate the mess the yolk made. And I would do this every single time with my sunny side eggs. Just cut all the white off. Eat the yolk. No mess. Who else did that?
We have a confirmed sighting, everybody. A regurgitated food particle flew right out of his mouth as he was telling his stupid egg story. But let's go in for a closer look.
or does that. All right, next up is this French toast. She gave me whipped cream, so I guess I'm going to use the whipped cream. Lick the lid, people. Lick the lid.
Ooh la la.
Well, that makes the trifecta for this video of Ken doing his juvenile, out of place, ridiculous, stupid, ooh la la moments.
Tastes like Cool Whip. Wonder if it's their own. I'm going to put it on the side. And 1 scoop for good luck. Nothing says breakfast like whipped cream. I'm going to try and cut off at least half of one of these pieces of French toast. And try it straight up without anything on it. Because this is the kind of thing, when you have this much topping on it, why would you want to put anything else on there?
Because your name is Ken Domik, and you think that adding more crap on top of good food is considered a culinary delight? Like, I don't know. Why do you ask such stupid fucking questions that you don't give a shit about? It's just you looking like a moron because we all know you're going to disregard what you just said. So why bother saying it?
But let's just do one as is. Lots of cinnamon. Yeah, this doesn't need syrup whatsoever. I'm gonna take that home. And that's icing. Oh my gosh. And it's like Cinnabon icing.
If there's one thing I don't want to hear Ken talk about anymore, it's fucking Cinnabon. Cinnabon, Cinnabon, Cinnabon. Shut up, Ken, with the Cinnabon. Either go get a fucking Cinnabon to shut your mouth, or just shut up about it. It's asinine for you to keep bringing it up. Because again, this is your passive-aggressive nature coming to the forefront.
For a guy who rarely ever eats breakfast anymore, I don't eat lunch. I'm a 1 meal a day guy. And I've been doing that pretty much every day since February last year.
And yet, for that, 10 months that you've been doing it, you are probably unhealthier now than you were then. Like, that is the sad fact that we've been trying to get across to you. You think that just because you are not taking in those calories from eating for 22 hours a day is good. Sure, it's good until you go out and you eat crap all the time like you do. Doesn't matter whether it's for your fucking YouTube channel or not. Eating crap does not help your body. All you're doing is making yourself sicker. You don't see athletes going out and eating all the time at fast food establishments. I mean, some of them do, but that's because they're carb loading in order to bust their asses in the gym. You are not doing the latter part. You sit on your ass, or you think, oh, I went for a bike ride on a straight road, so I'm burning all these calories. No, you don't even burn a pound's worth of calories in any of your exercising. So who are you fooling, Ken? Nobody.
To go from no breakfast to sugar carb overload. Wow, my body's like, what is going on, man? Jeez. Ooh. I'm gonna need to brush my teeth or something after this thing. All set up. I'm glad I asked about the poutine. They just use shredded mozzarella, and that ain't no poutine.
Curdgate returns to the Ken Domik channel. Once again, because the place uses shredded cheese, this time Ken decides, well, I'm not going to get your poutine then, because I want curds. Because it's curds, 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 curds. Like, this is literally the only time that Ken seems to give a crap, is when he can complain that a place does something that he doesn't approve of. So then he gets a craptacular hot dog that's got cheese and bacon. Big frickin' deal.
So I went with their super dog, and I went for a small fry and a medium root beer, and it's the mug root beer, which is very cool. And let's go on for a close-up. Look at that lunch, thing of beauty. I was looking forward to that poutine, but this is definitely a second best choice, I think. So we have over here, we have our mug root beer, our golden fries. Like, is that not cooked perfect or what? And I love those kind of fries. Nice big chunky fries. I asked them for one ketchup, and they gave me one ketchup. I said, no fork or knife. He's like, do you want any napkins? I'm like, no. I've got lots in my car from all the other places I've eaten today and the other days. All right, so there it is. We got a sesame seed foot-long hot dog. Let's move from side to side. Check that out. It's like the Spaceballs spaceship, never ending until the very end. We break for no one.
Here, Ken thinks that him using a pop culture reference to a popular movie makes him seem so cool. Like, I'm Ken Domik, and I'm cool. I know what cool is. I invented cool. No, Ken. What you are is a middle-aged man who tries so hard to stay relevant on a platform that is popular by young folks. And so you think that mentioning Spaceballs or Die Hard or any other movie from the 80s makes you like the coolest guy ever. Nope. Nope, 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 nope.
Out the other side, who remembers Spaceballs, the movie? It's a highly recommended movie for you to watch. Look at all those onions on there. What else would you have put on this? The bacon's hiding underneath. I can't see it right now. But I have to do mustard. I have to do onions. If they had sauerkraut, I would have put sauerkraut on it. There's the piece of bacon. It's on the back side. I saw them struggling. Oh, we got the cheese on there, of course. But the bacon's at the back. It doesn't look super crunchy, but it's going to taste awesome. You guys ready? Let's do this.
Me personally, on a visual inspection of that hot dog, I think it looks gross. But of course, Ken thinks it looks awesome and amazing, and I'm sure he's going to love it because Ken just loves the crappy food.
First up, take a swig. It's a nice change. Check out that fry. Oh, crunchy. That's a good sign. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Bonus fries. Looks like...
Oh yes, this stupid gag. Literally every gag that Ken does is stupid, but he thinks it's the wittiest of the wittiest. I just don't get Ken and his lack of things that are actually amusing and humorous.
Look, we got 3 bonus fries in the bottom of that bag. And there is nothing better than a bonus fry. Or 2. Or 3. Okay, time to pick up this foot-long super dog. Check the size of that thing. Ooh la la.
And there we have number 4 on the ooh la la bullshit-o-meter. Ken once again making yet another infantile, juvenile, ridiculous sexual innuendo that no one asked for, no one wants, but he thinks is funny as shit because that's all Ken knows. He only knows toilet humor and dick jokes. Congratulations, Ken Domik, on being such a refined gentleman.
First bite. Berry burger, you got big buns. That'll definitely fill up most people, for sure. Hot dog cooked just right. It's kind of cool that they split the hot dog. Last bite of the super dog. Okay, last 2 bites.
Piggy all done. Piggy all done. Piggy all done. Piggy all done.
All right, guys, all done. Let's see if we can get our throw in for Christmas. Yes, first try. 2 points for Ken.
Pity that a free throw is only worth 1 point, though, eh, Ken? So for all this time you've been doing this shtick, you've been wrong. So many people have pointed it out, I'm sure. But you just ignore them because, hey, they're haters, right? Haters gonna hate, right? Because that's Ken Domik's mindset.
Merry Christmas to me. All right, guys, that is 24 hours. It is 1:15, Wednesday, December 23rd. Thank you very much for watching this video all the way to the end. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. There are going to be more and more stealth camping videos.
Yes, more and more failed stealth camp videos because Ken left the vicinity of this plaza to go to, what was it, Canadian Tire, he said, or whatever, to buy that thermometer. So he failed literally right off the bat in this video. Like, there's no point in pointing it out because Ken just does whatever he wants and calls it a challenge video, even though there's no challenge. Like, these stealth camping videos, he only does them because they garner the most views right now for his channel. And he's desperately needing those views to turn into cash. Like, that's all Ken cares about. If he found something else that got him even more views, he would drop the stealth camping and run to that. Like, that's all Ken knows how to do.
Keep leaving comments. I read the comments all the time. And if you say something or request something that makes me really want to do it, then I will do that and give you a huge shout out. So please leave a comment in the comments section below. Don't forget to type it, write it, leave it, and have a great Christmas, guys. I enjoyed doing this one. There's a lot of food. You're basically getting 6 food reviews or food adventures in one video, so I'm really happy to have got this down. I'm pretty happy and satisfied that I can survive the night with that really good sleeping bag that I bought. So more winter stealth campings coming at you. So have a great Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating this time of year. KBD Productions TV and Ken Domik wish you all the best.
Ken Domik doesn't give a shit what you celebrate this time of year. If you don't celebrate Christmas like he does, then he doesn't give a flying fuck. He only throws in Hanukkah and Kwanzaa because those are the only 2 holidays that he's aware of that other people celebrate around this time of year. Hanukkah's already come and gone. Kwanzaa, as I've said before, Ken would have absolutely no clue what that holiday's about. I mean, come on, Ken, if you know what Kwanzaa is, leave it in a comment down below. I'll wait.
If you want to show your support for me doing these videos just for you, hit it with a thumbs up, ding, 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 ding. But if you're hungry for more, check out that amazing playlist down over in that area, and I'll see you over there. Bring your hunger.
Once again, Ken going out of the shack, living in his car for supposedly 24 hours, all because he needs that YouTube money. Because, I mean, he's already, what, bought his $7,000 or $8,000 iMac computer that he doesn't need? He went out and bought another SUV that he doesn't need. But it's all status symbol stuff for Ken Domik, because that's what he cares about. He thinks that showing off these purchases makes him look successful. 2020 was a rather craptacular year for most, especially for Ken, but I guess we can take solace in the fact that Ken didn't get to do all of the traveling that he wanted to. All these supposedly amazing food adventures. Yeah, going to U.S. gas stations and truck stops is such amazing content, Ken. Like, that's what everybody wants to see. I hope that everyone, barring the situation that, took over the globe, managed to have a relatively safe 2020. Hopefully, in 2021, some form of normalcy will begin to slowly make its way into society again. I know it's probably going to be another year or two, if we're lucky, before we get back to any sort of pre-pandemic lifestyle that we were used to. But I think this has to be a bit of a wake-up call for most. That we just became too complacent, and that we have to be a little more vigilant in how we go about our day-to-day lives. Of course, I know we're going to see Ken bitching and complaining, probably no different than he did all throughout 2020 in the pandemic, but that's because Ken doesn't give a shit about anybody else but himself. At any rate, I hope everyone has a safe, healthy, and happy new year. Here's to hopefully a better 2021 for everybody. This has been another Ken Domik Dissemination Expose. But until next time, KDDE out.